Hello, friends and relatives. So here's another update. I don't remember exactly when the last one was, but I think it was probably Monday or Tuesday. So since then, Tom has started physical therapy at home. So basically the same exercises that they gave him in the hospital, but a little bit different some things. So they're coming to check twice a week. So the schedule is
Tuesday,
well, this week it was Tuesday, Friday, but we're shooting for Tuesday, Thursday next week. But they've already scheduled Sunday. It's gonna be Sunday, Tuesday next week because they've got issues with their schedule being overbooked on Thursday.
So the more quicker they have a schedule, then we get done sooner.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be 9 weeks, but potentially could get done sooner, just depending on how Tom is progressing and healing.
I still have a hard time lifting my legs,
Yeah.
but walking today is a little bit better. The stamina is still low.
Swelling is down a lot, but still got some left in the feet, ankles.
And it took out 3.4 liter or something, I don't know, but that's like over 6-7 pounds of stuff, waste and fluid together today.
So and that's partially because you had some food higher in salt yesterday, so
Yeah,
had some.
My
swelling come back.
appetite is back, but just gotta keep on really. That's why I want to stand up on my own power and everything, so I can start cooking every day if I can, because I know I can cook better. Candace can cook better, and we're start getting used to the lighter taste. But if we have to put any spices, is our spice, and we would know what it is. So we just got to change everything. The main thing is going to be the diet. Hopefully get my voice back too, and my neck muscle.
Yeah.
But my neck is still like, if I cook and I look down so long or writing something, that's why I haven't write stuff, and that's why you've been getting a lot of live video, because my neck gets tired and I end up sitting like this and I'm falling asleep. Like today at the clinic, Candace sat in with me like this, and the dietitian was talking to her and myself, and I fell asleep. Luckily, she was there to advocate for me.
Yeah. And while we're talking about that, I'll share what she shared with me, which asked for a cheat sheet of like, okay, what are the foods that Tom can eat? And she gave all of these different cheat sheets, which I wish there was like one, but I guess everyone's different. So it's like you got this one that's, you can see that, low phosphorus food guide.
And my phosphorus went low too compared to last month.
Oh, yeah. You want to share that here? I have that.
It was like 7 something last month or 8,
Yeah.
and it's down to 3.
So this is his monthly report. So
Which
sure.
I did the lab like 2 days ago, the blood draw.
Yeah. So the little smiley faces means he's like within the normal range for, person with his condition. So his albumin and hemoglobin are on the low side.
Which is protein and blood. Red blood
cells, which explains why he's so tired. So they gave him what's called a Mercera shot. It's supposed to help with the hemoglobin. And then the albumin, he just needs to eat more protein. So they said he can have at least 99 grams of protein per day. But he's got to watch the phosphorus and the potassium and the sodium in foods that have protein. Unfortunately, they kind of go hand in hand sometimes. Like beef has, I think, a lot of phosphorus in it, although it has a lot of protein. So So that's why they give like these little things here. Like this says, if you're gonna buy food that's packaged, like this is what to look for on the label. So basically anything that's got the word phosphate in it means it's got phosphorus. So, so I just want to show this real quick. Some of you were asking, you know, what can Tom eat, and so just to give you, this gives you like a substitute thing, like instead of what does it say? Instead of milk, you can have non-dairy creamer. Instead of macaroni and cheese, you can have pasta with margarine, garlic, and basil. So, you know, instead of 2 slices of pizza, you can have 1 slice with a cup of lettuce and Italian dressing. Now, this is only talking about the phosphorus side of it. Then you gotta look.
Pizza.
Then you gotta look at the sodium. You know, because of course pizza has a lot of sodium in it. So they gave this other guide. It says about limiting sodium. So they tell you here like what has high sodium, what is lower in sodium. So basically, all your fresh meats and vegetables instead of the processed stuff, which we already knew. You know, it's just a reminder. This kind of is like another food label thing, but more about sodium. So I thought it was interesting here that it tells you 1 teaspoon of salt is equal to 2,300 milligrams, and I believe the limit for sodium for him is 2,000 milligrams. So over the course of the day. So that's why we have to divide that up. If he's going to have a high salt dinner, then we got to make sure the rest of the day is low in salt. Try to do low salt all the time, or no salt, especially when we cook it ourselves. And let's see what else. In terms of, well, this is the thing. This is a like overall guide, but it's kind of confusing because you can see there's some things crossed out. So it says it's high protein, lower sodium, lower phosphorus, lower potassium. But they got beans listed on here, and then they crossed it out. So the dietitian said that, you know, this is kind of like a very liberal guide for people, and then like depending on your situation, certain things have to be more restricted. So that's where it gets confusing for me. Because like she said, strawberries are high in potassium, I think. Yet it's listed on here. It's not crossed out.
But I've been eating it, and my potassium is low.
I know. So, and you've been eating pistachios.
And they say not to
she said not to have nuts because they're high in phosphorus.
But I take my pill every day, and I know potassium will help me with my blood sugar level.
Yeah, and you like the taste.
I only eat a little bit. I don't care what they say. Candace and I will figure it out. We'll twist it a little bit. You just can't sit there and eat a whole bag.
Yeah,
you know, you can't eat it. Yeah, you might eat like 10 or 12, but don't eat like 14 to 20. That's like, all it is.
Like this page, the dairy is practically all crossed out. Then she wrote it.
But they give it to me in the hospital. They give me dairy, milk.
Yeah, milk was on the renal diet. Corn chips was on the renal diet.
Yeah. Like they already knew I come in because with kidney disease and had pneumonia and all that. But they even wrote on the board, you know, this hospital thing about the patient, renal diet, kidney and all that, and hemodialysis needed. And here they're giving me stuff that is not renal diet. And Candace, I was kind of like out of it. Candace have to bring it up. You know, if she wasn't there, I think they would have already killed me in the hospital. I believe it.
Yeah. So everybody's like only worried about their one little part and they don't look at the big picture.
And I should only have like 2 or 3 doctors, not like a dozen of them, and they don't communicate with each other. So
Well, this is the other report that shows like a trend. So you can see that like his albumin has been kind of wavering up and down.
Skip all this.
So, but I want to say that you're doing good on your glucose. It shows his glucose has gone down. His hemoglobin has gone up and down.
I know why my glucose is going down.
Right. Because you're eating right. Yeah. And once in a while, it's a little bit higher than 120. Then he takes the
every time in the hospital, it was higher than like average is around 150 and up. Every time 200 every time. And since I've been home, it's like 10 something, 90 something. So, and that thanks to Candace guiding me.
Oh, this is another one that shows his calcium and phosphorus and.
Since I was coughing, tell him about my coughing.
Oh, so we found out CVS actually called and was just checking to see how he's doing on his new medications, which that's the first for us. Never had them do that. And said that the lisinopril can cause a dry cough, and if it's doing that, then you need to ask your doctor to prescribe something else. So it was like, well, no wonder he's coughing. I thought it was from they said heart failure causes the coughing with all the fluid and stuff. Well, it might be a combination, but it doesn't help to have a medication that could cause it. So I spent time. Well, I started with the primary doctor, of course, right? Because he's primary.
The kidney doctor.
And then he says, well, you should have the kidney doctor decide that. Like, okay, so we go to the kidney doctor, talk about it, and then come back and says, well, since that has to do with the heart, so why don't we have the cardiologist make that decision?
That was all today.
So, well, not all. The other one was yesterday or the day before. So, yeah, I should have just started with the cardiologist to save us some time. So now we have to go. We have to go. Like they can't just do over the phone. Well, she said the medical.
They want to charge me insurance stuff to see how much I fucking breathe.
Okay, don't get all emotional now.
I mean, just tell me not. Well, why is it they tell me not to take it today, but still got to go in on Monday for them to confirm everything? It's stupid.
I don't know. Maybe it's for legal reasons. They want to make sure that that you really are coughing, so that way they're not just handing out prescriptions for all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. So
when you're in this situation, you don't need to be more frustrated on the road for recovery. And all we've been running through is frustration.
Yeah. So we got another doctor's appointment Monday.
Yeah, we have a doctor thing like almost every day or every other day.
Yeah.
That's including going to the clinic, which I got to speak highly of the staff at the clinic taking care of my dialysis have been wonderful. They've been very nice, and I haven't had like pain and everything. And because one of our friend kidney doctor from Alabama told us to stretch it out instead of 3.5 hour dialysis, make it 4, so that way they withdraw the toxin and the waste slowly instead of trying to rush it in 3.5 hours, and that helped, and it has been helping.
Yeah. And we found out the Nepro drink that is supposed to be good for kidney patients could cause diarrhea. So no wonder you had diarrhea.
It started at the hospital, but this clinic have them too.
But nobody told us that was a side effect. I think we were at the clinic and mentioning that he has diarrhea, and then I think one of the techs said, "Oh, well, it might be the Nepro."
Yeah, a tech, not even a nurse, a tech.
I'm like, really? I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna cut that out right away.
So the last 2 days haven't, and I went back to do solid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish we'd known that. I mean,
I know I'm complaining a lot and everything, but maybe that's the way everybody know me on my way back. But when you trust people and need help, they don't do it right. That's why I don't trust nobody. I just trust Candace, God, and you guys. That's why we make this video for you guys, because I know you pray for us and you care about us, and we always appreciate it. If you have any advice on something, just private message us, text us, call us, or something. That way, I don't mind bringing it up to the doctor and nurse, because I'm not shy. Because Jack Payne and Dr. Jason that we know give us advice, and we bring it up, and they're wondering, like, how do we know all this? You know what I mean? But at least they care, and they take their time out of their busy schedule to help me out for free. So.
Yeah. So I thank God for them as a blessing in our life.
Yeah.
So, what else? I guess. Oh shoot, we're on 16 minutes. Okay, that's
people
enough.
Don't have to watch it all.
Yeah, well, I'm just.
Some people want to know, some don't.
Yeah,
turn it off.
A lot of people have questions sometimes when they call us or we.
Because if I was watching it, I
some
found
people
out.
Don't. So.
If I was watching it, I found out I can have popcorn. So without all the BS in there.
Without salt, everything has to be unsalted.
I would go grab some popcorn. But like I say, we had to do this. Sometimes we want to keep it short. I'm sorry that it's going long, but we have friends and relatives around the world too, and they don't do Facebook or whatever. Some are older, and we just want to share it, because the reason I share it, because I don't believe in HIPAA, privacy, and all that stuff. I believe in that how it, you can continue to keep us in your hearts and prayers, and I know that will help us, and not just us, but everybody else that need it. And we should pray. I mean, Candace and I, we pray for everybody, all our friends and relatives, everybody, even the stupid leaders, stupid people, anything. If we're here, we should be one, not keep on getting divided. So I really don't give a crap about colors, politics, all that stuff. I care about walking normal again, doing stuff for my wife, spoil her, helping others. You all know, like, I've always helped others. Anything that needed, I always say yes or no. I always want to be there, and I want to get back to that, because that's what makes me happy. So.
Okay. So if there's anything in particular that you want us to cover next time, then let us know.
Please remind us. We bounce around so much.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things we could talk about, like our fridge and our car, right? But I don't want to go into that.
Since you say the car is being fixed as of yesterday. We still have a rental, and hopefully it's fixed by next week, because keep on adding rental and stuff. It's not good. So, and hopefully it runs good enough for us to run around here to go to doctors and everything till we get a reliable car. See, that's more expense and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of expenses, one more thing I wanted to share that the social worker at the dialysis center found for me today is Arizona has a program where I possibly could be paid as a family caregiver for Tom, since I'm spending a lot of time taking care of him at home, taking him to doctor's appointments.
As you not been doing her self business.
Yeah, I haven't been able to
stuff like that.
take care of
she practically
my wellness mentoring business.
Give up everything to help me, so she earned it.
Yeah, well, you're my number two priority next to God. So, so I'm hoping that this will help a little bit. Meanwhile, I mean, thank God we have good credit, we have credit cards, so I don't want to max them out. That's for sure.
But if we don't do something, we will.
Yeah.
So. I'm buying a lottery ticket today. Candace will buy one. And then we'll see what happens.
Yep. So have a good night. Have a good weekend. And
keep us in your heart. We keep you in our hearts. And if you do come out and visit, please let us know in advance if we can find out if there's any free room and stuff like we did. Or Messina is coming out from Atlanta. We got her two free room out of 3 that she's going. So,
yeah, and I have other coupons. So
if not,
let us know. Yeah,
you can come out for the day
because you can't stay with us. We don't have room.
You don't want to stay with us, but you can maybe give her a break and sit around with me if I'm still sitting around, or if I'm moving around normal again, we can go drive around somewhere just so Candace can have a little break. So I love her. I want her to be with me all the time, but that's impossible. I understand that. It's just right now, when you're broken, you just trust God and her to be next to you. And even if we don't talk or something, just knowing that she's here in the same room with me, it's good enough, So that's all I have to say.
Okay.
I will get better. Candace will get stronger and stronger and continue to be her amazing person. So,
okay.
I love you guys.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Well, it was a good video. Just say it right there. I don't care how long it is.